day tomorrow because of rain. So I'm kind of like, cool, but like, it's a lot of no pay,
Yeah. So you
whatever.
don't get any pay at all for like rain days within the union?
So we don't get any kind of compensation for anything like that directly, but what we do get is every hour that we work, they give us 2.99, like $2.99, and they put it into a fund for us that we can access or get as one check once a year. And it's called like our vacation and sick fund.
Got you.
So basically,
Okay.
instead of getting like any like paid sick time or anything like that or whatever, if you don't work, you just don't work. You don't get paid. If you work, you get paid. But also you get like all this money racked up, and it ends up being like if you work like pretty much a full year, it ends up being like $6,000-7,000, dude.
Oh, that's not bad then. Yeah, that's all right
Yeah.
right there.
So I'll pull it out like every 3 months, four
Got
months,
you.
dip into it. I've definitely done that and bought like a bunch of kits of GH before, more than
Little rainy
once.
day fun. Hey, need some GH.
Dude, it's really nice. And then it's like, oh, how much I got in there? Oh, I got 2 grand. Let's go.
Yeah, dude, I would do the same shit. That's exactly what I would do with that. That'd probably be my gear savings because it's like something you're not really accounting for at all, and it's like, hey, yeah, hey, I got a couple grand
Free
sitting
money.
here. Yeah, dude, I
Yeah,
need to
my
get into a union, man. That's pretty sick right there. What I'm doing,
union's
my
the gig. I mean,
dude,
it's like I don't know where you stand politically and all that. Like, and regardless of any of that, like if you're gonna be working for an hourly wage in a trade, you should be in a union for your own best
100%,
interest.
man. Everyone that I know that is in a union that's like I knew this person that was they were in the elevator union and
That's a lot of
dude,
money.
oh yeah, they were racking it in and all they did was elevator repair and escalator repair and they had like all the perks, all the benefits, making like $50 an hour or something insane. And I'm
Oh,
just like,
that's crazy. I make more than that already.
really?
Yeah.
Dude,
Like
that's awesome.
kind of significantly. No, not significantly, but I mean, if I'll just say I don't give a fuck. I make 60 right now.
That's fucking
I'm
great
still an
money, dude.
apprentice. But here, the thing is, dude, you don't understand how expensive it is here.
I was gonna say the cost of living probably you probably pay a lot more, but dude,
I
still
personally don't, though.
you
That's the
can
thing.
you can do a
I'm
lot
able
with
to,
that in an hour. I mean, you're making pretty
bro.
decent a week.
Yeah, I'm able to exist in this where I live in San
Yeah,
Jose, which is an extremely nice, like like not upcoming. It's an established like old money neighborhood. It's very nice. Because of my family. Like I wouldn't be able to stay here as a fucking carpenter. Like even making like 110K a year or whatever. Like
yeah.
let's say I make that, which easily I could. Like that's like enough to like basically live in like an apartment and like have a car payment and like barely save money out here. That's like
See,
I'm
you
not
would
even
live
gets
like a
crazy.
boss out here, dude. You would be living like a king with that.
But my union with the carpenters, I don't know where you're West Virginia or Virginia.
Virginia, yeah.
You guys probably don't even have fucking unions out there. It's
No,
probably
dude,
so
it's
red.
oh yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, but that's the thing is the dudes that are doing the same work as me, they're probably making like 25 bucks an hour, bro. It's
Oh,
fucking
dude,
crazy.
it's terrible. Like if you do any labor work, you're getting like they treat you like you're basically a McDonald's employee here. Like there's people at McDonald's that make as much as what like a carpenter would make around here. Or
Fucking
somebody that
insane.
paints or somebody that does roofing or somebody that does like what I've been doing pipe laying, like bro, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I
And it's
mean,
like it makes you not want to go do that kind of work because it's like if I could potentially, do something doing half as hard of work and make more, why would I go out there and kill myself to make, pennies on the dollar?
yeah, and I didn't always do carpentry for the union. I started working for a general contractor that actually we actually built the fucking uh building I'm sitting in. It's like the little mini house in the back um
That's
of
dope.
this. Yeah, it's sick. This is like 360. Uh it's dope. Anyway.
I like it. Yeah, the little tour you were giving me the last live we did, man. I was like, you put in some work, dude, for sure. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, so we did, but before I was in the union, I did like residential stuff, and that was actually way more fun, bro. Way more satisfying work, way more chill to an extent. Don't get me wrong, there's days, you know, in the union where I'm doing nothing.
Yeah,
I'm doing nothing. I've worked plenty of like 5 hour, 6 hour days and gotten paid 8, you know.
nice.
It's nice, yeah.
That's
Anyway,
all right.
fucking bodybuilding.
Bodybuilding, dude.
Yeah.
Let's say what's up to these people in the live too, man, because I feel like
Yo,
last time
someone
we left them all hanging, and they were like, "Yeah, these people aren't even reading what we're saying." So, Night Kid, what's
I
up,
felt like they
Night
were
Kid?
fake. I feel like they were like fake profiles. That's why I was like kind of tripping on it.
Yeah, dude,
Uh,
for sure. Some of them were being weird, but
what for Ketupat? What?
yeah, I don't know what that is. What for
That's
Ketupat?
I don't know what's up with that. In
Huh?
the island? What do you mean? Why were we in the island?
Why were
Well,
you guys in the island?
the only island I've been on is the island of not going to work for 5 days straight. Let's fucking go.
Hell yeah,
Hey, so I posted this on my story earlier,
yeah.
and I'm gonna kick it off like this with some more trend talk. Dude, I fucking love Trent and Ante, dude. It's so nice.
Oh, dude, it's great. It's the
It's great.
best.
Hey, also, um, ezetimibe. No, not ezetimibe. Excuse me. Empagliflozin.
All right, refresh me on that one again. I'm fucking, and
Jardiance.
that's the one that you pee out glucose, right? Got you.
Correct.
Okay. I always get that and Mirabicron mixed up because they're both like dealing with the bladder.
Yeah, mirabicron would like kind of counteract
It'd make you not pee,
some of
right?
Jardiance's like bad effects, actually. But I wonder if that would give you a bladder, uh like an infection. The one of the things that can happen with empagliflozin or Jardiance is you can get like an infection, like a, what do they call it? Like a bladder, not a bladder infection, like a like in your dick or vagina,
Oh, a
whatever.
UTI, a UTI.
UTI. You can get a UTI
Yep.
from the sugar that you're passing, right?
Ah, that
You can
makes
get that
sense.
from empagliflozin, but we drink so much water and pee so much, we're fine. You know what I mean? But the
Yeah.
thing is, with the empagliflozin, is you're up like all night peeing, bro. It sucks. But what I will say about it is, I look so dry and lean all the time. Like it keeps my look completely consistent all throughout the day. And I added it in a week ago, which is cool. But also, I had 3 nights in a row where I had just bullshit food. Like I'm not fucking around. Like pizza, donuts, like just like
Absolute
asshole eating.
crap.
And, but on those 3 days, I would pretty much like meat and veggies all day,
Got
like
you.
for 3 or 4 meals before that meal, and like fasted cardio and training, and you get it, right?
Yeah.
And with the empagliflozin, dude, I just would like pass all the fucking excess sugar or glucose or whatever, and I
Yeah.
would wake up like I'm not kidding you, dude. The first day, like, so I broke a new body weight low of like 189 point something. I woke up after having hell. Like I don't even remember what the first night was, but it ended with donuts. Uh, but it was some bullshit. I think it was like burgers or something,
Yeah.
and it was egregious, right? And then I wake up like 0.5 pounds heavier the next day. I was like, no way.
Dude,
So I'm like,
it's
cool. I do, huh?
it's like hyperdrive your ability to like flush out the
It,
glucose so it doesn't even have time to circulate and like stick.
to form glycogen, yeah, you just pee it out. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
And the
Like
only thing that's
obvious
sticking is like
is the
what you
fats
actually need. That's
and the
pretty dope.
protein. So you're getting some calories for sure from the fats, but like, yeah, dude. So I did that for 3 nights, bro. And so keep in mind my like low weight on day one of like the morning one of like the 3 cheat meals in a row was 180. Let's call it 189.2, which I think
Yeah.
it was. Uh, this morning was my first day after like the 3 days of waking up, and I'm still 190.0. And last time we
Barely
went to
up.
the bro, I went to the movies last night. Had like a double cheeseburger with fucking Cajun fries and then like bags of candy. And then hours later last night ordered like Wendy's, like and had a frosty and some nuggets. And it was like, bro, it's crazy.
That's
Anyway,
awesome.
okay, so I'm not gonna be doing that all the time, but it was kind of interesting little
Little
experiment.
little cheat code.
But yeah, but I think I can up my food a little bit now safely.
Yeah. Yeah, for
And that's
sure.
hey, that stuff's supposed to be super good for your kidneys. Have you heard that?
I have heard that. I think I heard it from I want to say Vigorous Steve was talking about that at one point.
Yeah, him and Chase both have talked about it. Chase uses empagliflozin pretty regularly.
Dude,
Um,
now that you've been telling me that and the situation I'm kind of in right now, I
it
feel
would be
like I need
perfect
to
for
run
you.
that. Yeah,
It
dude,
would
I
be
need that.
fucking perfect for you. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
because
we're
you'll
like,
use what
Andrew
you
was
need
like,
and then
dude, no
just
GH. He was like, just totally keep it out. Because I even
ask him about it.
compared, yeah, I compared like check in pictures and I keep up with everything. Like I was telling you how I've been doing it in the Google Sheets. So I did the week off of GH beside the week on G or beside, yeah, beside the week on GH and then beside a day where or a week where I just had 2 days of GH. And dude, the look is it's so weird. It's fuller, but not as shapely when the GH is in. So it's like I'm not as round. It's like I'm not absorbing everything as much. So he was like, let's just pull it out and really try to get you sensitive and leave it out for the time being. So now I'm kind of like focused on resensitizing. I like implemented Retta back in at a milligram. Um,
Nice.
Trying to do a little bit more fasted cardio. And then I totally forgot about that until you brought it up again just now. But that would probably
That'd
help a
be
lot
like a
with,
main like driver of fixing your problem
yeah,
potentially. Not fixing, but helping
yeah, for
alleviate
sure.
that. I would ask Andrew, but yeah, I think that the issue you run into with it too is it makes it hard then to put yourself into any kind of surplus with carbs.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. So you're like exactly topping off. I don't even think you could maybe effectively top off your glycogen storage like as you would able, you know what I mean? Because you would just be passing. It takes like 24 hours or something to
To
fully,
synthesize.
yeah, right. So
Yeah.
if you're peeing glucose out that's hanging out, like,
You
are you
might
missing
actually
out?
need that in a when you're trying to grow
Maybe.
it, essentially.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good that'd be a good experiment for sure, just to see. I don't
You know who
necessarily
you
want to
should
chance it too much, but
you know who you should ask that's really or I can ask for you that's really experienced with this particular compound is both Derek and um Joe
Joe, I'm trying to think of who Joe is.
Ramirez.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's is he Texas Smash or something like that on Instagram?
No, 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 no. I don't know what his IG is, but he's a local by me.
Okay, I got you.
Joe is. He's
I see
short.
his
He
name in the
does
group. I just can't put a face to it.
yeah, he'll randomly pop in there. But he does like bodybuilding, short, stocky dude.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, he was asking me about it, and then which intrigue piqued my interest. He asked me if I had any or something. I was like, what? No. But yeah, it's a really cool. Seems to be a really cool little tool. So
Yeah. Yeah, dude,
fuck
especially in
it,
a diet phase, dude, if you wanted to like pull some calories off, like, or pull some fat off really quick, you could get a
dude.
lot done with that in play.
It improves your look so much. Like just, I mean, you've probably been seeing my stories. I've just been like showing my fucking abs and obliques like a little like twink. You know what I mean? But I've never had good abs before, and I started training them like 6 weeks ago when I started this cut, and they've come up so fucking much. And I've tried doing this before too, where I've trained my abs, like, oh, I'm cutting. It's time to start training abs, right? And fucking nothing happens. Um, this time it's been great.
You're actually training like weighted too, like doing weighted
Weighted,
crunches and stuff, right?
yeah, because I have like shallow abs. I think they're just underdeveloped. And in talking to my boy Dom, who we had on, he has a really good set of abs, and he in his early like lifting days did a lot of weighted sit-ups and whatnot. So yeah, that's what I decided to try, and it works pretty fucking good.
I'm
I
about
just
to
do three.
start doing that, something like that, man. Because
Bro, yeah.
I've
It's
always
hard to
just
do when
done
you're
like
pushing
the
food though.
yeah,
It's a
but I
fucking
feel like
nightmare.
if I keep them in somewhat, even a couple sets like of something weighted, it'll help when I'm coming down because I feel like they're there, but I got to push pretty hard until the abs like come all the way in. So if I
Yeah, you
get
can
them a little deeper, then it's like they'll be there, a lot
I
sooner in the
think it's
diet.
worth doing, and this is, like, how I structured it for myself is fasted cardio in the morning, and then immediately after, I go do 3 sets on this machine, and it's essentially just like a seated, like, weighted, like, crunch, and you just, like, sit in a chair, and it's got, like, this chest pad, and you just, like, grab it and kind of crunch down.
Yeah, nice.
It's fucking nice, dude, and it's so I
Are you
mean,
like, does it like you lean way back with it, or it's just kind of you're sitting at like a 90 and the thing's right in your chest and you just lean forward with it? Like I think it's like Strive, what would be Prime now, but we've got like an
you're
old
sitting at, like, a
Strive one that I've
90,
been.
right?
Yeah,
With you're sitting like a 90, yeah. I adjust the thing so I have to sit kind of like a little further back so it keeps tension on me the whole time, but I'm nitpicking at that point. Yeah, it's a 90.
yeah, we've got one similar to that. I'm gonna start trying that, man, because like I said, I've always just done like transverse training, like the dead bugs, the vacuums, the freaking leg raises and stuff like that off the floor. But I feel like, especially, Dom said that he religiously trains them weighted. Yours just doing it a couple weeks, dude. I feel like, that last update that
Major
you
come
sent
up.
me, yeah, your abs were like significantly deeper
Major
since the
come up.
last time I
Yeah.
had seen you, seen an ab shot from you.
I think I finally like just found something that trains them efficiently too.
Yeah.
I just got
And
like
you
a
know
really
what
good
sucks though
stimulus.
is there's so many people that preach like, don't train your abs, your waist will get too wide. But then like, I feel like it's not that. It's another muscle you need to be able to control. And I fell into
Yeah.
that trap too, where I'm like, oh, I need to not train it. I don't want a blocky waist. And it's like, when I have trained it, it actually looks kind of better.
Yeah, it looks way better. I mean, it's a muscle you can improve like anything else. And if they are bigger, they will push up against the skin more and you'll have to do less to make them look engaged.
Yeah,
Like Dom can kind of just sit there and not really flex them, and they look very pronounced, just pushing up against the skin. But when he flexes them, they just get like it's
crazy.
the crazy look, right?
Yeah,
Mine you can't see. I've never had abs that you can see without flexing, if that
that's
makes
kind of
sense,
how
right?
I am. It's like they're there, and then I
Yeah,
hit them, and then you can actually see them. But
yeah. Like otherwise, I just look like I'm just like flat stomach, right?
yeah,
Even when I'm like pretty fucking lean, like right now. But I noticed at the end of prep last time because my abs came in at the very end about as much as they're in right now. And this
nice.
is like only 6 weeks of dieting, and I've been fucking around too, obviously.
Yeah,
uh, but I've noticed that the body fats come from my abs first, but B like I didn't train the abs, and it's just been a so it's been a totally different experience. But yeah, dude, if they're pushing up against the skin more, it's just a better look.
yeah.
Like if you think about it too, like even Nick Walker, like his waist is wide or whatever,
But his
and
abs
that
look sick, dude.
yeah, I was gonna say his fucking they're so blocky and just like he doesn't have to flex at all, and they're just
No,
there
yeah. Even his
when he
obliques,
does.
like if his quads were like insanely sweepy, dude, his waist would actually look freaking sick because like he has a good taper. It's just big.
Yeah,
It,
it's the way that one part of the quad, like on his sweep or whatever, doesn't insert high enough. It just looks funky.
yeah,
That's all it
dude.
is.
He needs to synthol the fuck out of it and call it a day.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of that, okay, hold on.
What up, Tanner? Tanner's in the chat.
Tanner. Tanner, what's going on, bro? Speaking of that, I believe that SEO is kind of the way
I've
to growing if you have bad arms. because I used it in this past year and my arms are better.
Yeah.
And I haven't used SEO, traditional SEO, Metaform or like Boston Lloyd 3cc in
Yeah.
months and months, right? I'm gonna say probably like 4 or 5 months. But what I have been doing is on arm day, I'll pin L-carnitine. I'll do 1 milliliter
Yeah.
in one of the heads of the bicep. I'll alternate back and forth, either like the, you know, whichever, right?
Yeah.
And I'll do the same one on each side. I'll do 1 ml on each side. So I'm getting 1200 milligrams of L-carnitine. I get some oil in like one of them. And then I'll pin my gear for the day on like the outer tricep head because that's like the smallest. For me, I'll split it and just do on each side. It's usually like half a ml or whatever, unless
Yeah.
I'm cruising. And that's enough to like stimulate those weak muscles for me to like really activate them and stimulate them. And my arms have continued to improve even a little bit. I feel like through this cut,
Dude, I'm
just
with
with
it.
that, dude, in training.
I'm with it, dude. I've got some stuff. It's like some German shit. It's like 100 ml bottle. It's called like Black Shark posing oil. Literally it's synthol. And I've tried that a little bit, like what you're talking about. I'll take like 1 ml and I'll split it between each bicep head. So literally a half a ml in one, half in the other, and then train biceps. And then I've also done it in my chest where I'll just do like 1 ml, 1 ml in my upper like pec because I really need to bring that up. And dude,
Yeah.
something about the connection that you can build, just
Yeah. When there's
having that,
just a little bit of oil in there.
yeah, that extra little bit of oil and that inflammation and stuff. And then I also just pin my gear like in those spots too. So that's usually a full ml each day, and I'll just kind of split it up between like chest, biceps, medial delts, stuff like that. But I've
Yeah.
toyed
I like
around
the,
with that oil a little bit. I haven't consistently done it because I feel like I'd be more useful in a prep, but I kind of wanted to see, like how I reacted to it and stuff. So I'm
I
trying to
was
save it.
talking, Andrew and I had like a little argument slash discussion back when we used to bicker in our group chat about it. And he was like, why would you even do SEO in an off season? And in my mind, I was like, okay, no, he has a point that makes plenty of sense, and that's like probably what any person would say. It's like, well, it's kind of to just keep fullness in the muscle that's going to otherwise deteriorate, at the end of prep. Yada yada. Got it. Okay, but the thing is, I have a terrible connection to my biceps and triceps. That's why they suck. You know what I mean? Like they just don't respond to training because I can't effectively train them if I can't even like get them to contract really. I'll somehow use like my front delt to do a bicep curl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Weird shit. Anyway, when I have a little bit of oil in there, I can really just get a contraction, and get a sick fucking pump.
And it's
And
that pump like kind of holds as well. Like so it's like you can
yeah,
do one movement and then it's gonna continue through the workout, as you're building that volume and stuff. Um
absolutely.
I'm a fan of it, man. And honestly, it makes sense in the off season. I feel like if you can afford it and you're doing it in like everyone talks about these 3 cc's and all that. I feel like that's not the move. It's like microdosing and being, you kind of want to be like an artist with it, just like a little here, a little there, just to use it like we're talking about to improve training, really build that connection. Then you're getting a little bit of like, I don't want to sound like bro science, but like that volumization of the fascia and stuff like that, because you just literally have more oil in there, so it's stretching the tissue more.
Yeah, that's like the original reasoning behind why they thought synthol worked, or why it was like used, why people started using oil in the first place in their arms or whatever. And that may be part of it, but I know for me it's the training
Yeah,
being better than it's ever been. But I will say if you're gonna use it, that oil stuff's cool. Like I use the Boston Lloyd 3cc one. You can still order it from Ariella. Yeah,
nice.
their site still is active. You just literally Venmo her. It's pretty crazy.
Dude, I need to get that one because this one I
It
got was like,
works. It
it's
works,
good,
but
but it's
you
a
don't even
sketchy bottle for
you don't
sure.
even
It's
need
like,
to. But I was gonna say that's cool, but My fucking recommendation when it comes to SEO is Metaform, and that is hyaluronic acid gel that
Yeah,
you inject into your muscle, and that is far superior to any oil because you got to put a. You were just kind of saying, oh, just a little bit of oil, but with synthol, the idea behind it is to put like a lot of oil in the muscle to volumize it, right?
yeah,
If you put 1 ml of Metaform in like each bicep head and go train, like if you know anything about what hyaluronic acid does, it just pulls water to it
yeah.
and it can expand up to 1,000 times like its size.
Oh shit. So you're
Yeah,
getting
see
like
someone
true extra
in the
stretching with that.
fucking yeah, someone in the chat said Metaform 100%.
What up,
Yeah,
Jason?
dude.
Yeah, I need to
It
try it, dude.
absolutely works, dude. And so you pull all that fluid into your muscle that when you train, and you just get this crazy pump, and it gets huge, and it stays that way after for like 3 days. So if you train arms twice a week on a
They-
PPL or whatever,
Yeah,
they pretty much stay that way for the duration of your metaform like cycle, bro. And it's like I would do it for 6 weeks or 8 weeks
yeah.
and then stop for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then back and forth. So I did that like twice and the Boston Lloyd stuff once, but the Metaform is way better, bro. Way less gel. I would do like 1 ml in like two of the tricep heads and then 1 ml in each of those. So it's 4 ml
Yeah,
each. And my arms, like I'd go train arms and they would be like, let's just say first exposure of the cycle. I'd come back with like my arm pump and I'd lose maybe a half inch off that arm pump,
that's
maybe.
crazy.
And it would just stay like that for the days.
That's crazy.
So I was
It
rocking
makes
like way
sense though,
bigger.
like when you, especially when you explain the hyaluronic acid, what it's doing.
Dude, it's
But
the
and that
oh, and
sounds
you
so much safer too, though. You know, because
and it
it's
goes away. So you could do it once. Like you don't have to, you
and you're
can
still going to
just
technically get that benefit because you're getting that stretch, you're getting that training benefit, all that. So
yeah,
yeah,
and it's less
I'm with you,
injection
dude.
volume. I feel like I've used them both. I like them both. Um, and I would do both of them again. I probably will, but the Metaform, the benefit with that is you buy it on Amazon.
Ah, true. Didn't even think
So
about that. I didn't
you
even,
buy it
dude.
on
I
fucking
definitely have no excuse then,
yeah. I got 3 vials of it in my medicine cabinet. So I've
dude.
been holding on to it for months,
I'm
but
gonna
I just
I'm gonna
haven't
get
needed
on
to
that
with
for this next like. I want to do it in the off season a little bit, but maybe more towards the tail end when I'm starting to like pull food back and we're like cleaning things up more.
try
Start
it, dude.
doing
You can
some.
even use that like in your upper pec. I've done Metaform in my chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps. That's it, really.
I
But
really want to do the sweep and pecs for sure. Maybe delts a little bit.
I don't know anything about using SEO on legs. I think that's a very particular thing. But the arms and delts, I helped my buddy do the delts with Metaform just to try it once, and pretty good result. I used like I think I used 2 ml in his per medial delt,
Nice.
and I spread it out like in a few different locations per medial delt,
Yeah.
and they just like filled up like fucking, you
Blew
know,
up.
yeah,
Dude.
like water balloons. It's crazy.
One
It's
thing,
a
a
pretty cool
little
thing.
little off topic, but crazy pump related. I hadn't used it in months, man, and today something was just telling me to run some injectable anadrol pre-workout. Dude, 50 migs to the upper pec of that and then go train chest today. Oh my god, dude. I hadn't had a
Beautiful.
pump like that in forever.
I've still been doing the injectable super draw every Saturday for my arm day for
Nice.
weeks
Nice.
now. That's probably comparable, if not,
Yeah,
potentially better. But I haven't been doing the full pull, which would be 50 milligrams of the super draw. So I've been doing zero point 0.6, which is 30.
got you. Okay.
And even that is like insane.
Yeah, it's powerful, dude. I was like, man, this is like comparable to like 100 migs of like oral
You think so? I
anadrol,
have
I'd
a
say.
bottle of that too. I have a bottle of the injectable Anadrol chilling, some from the same Chinese source as the super.
Yeah. Is
Is
dude,
yours from Muscle Candy?
no, this is some of the Chinese stuff. I have used
Chinese
muscle
stuff's
candies though, and I have muscle candies injectable D ball. fire too,
Mm,
man. People hate on D-ball, but dude, the pumps are pretty crazy on that one too.
I'm sure. Hey, so wait, the is the Chinese injectable anadrol, is it like amber colored? Kind of like
Uh,
yellowish,
it's
brownish?
kind of it's like clear to be honest, but it's got
Okay,
that super heavy glycol smell.
really? Maybe I
Yeah.
just can't smell that like super strong. I don't know, which
The
is
muscle
interesting
candies
because
though, I'll say the glycol smell is dude, they put a lot in theirs and theirs is a little darker too. On
yeah, I
the
wonder what any of that even means, but I know that that shit fucking works.
yeah,
The
it's crazy.
injectable super draw anyway. I've done it. I only even I'm doing it because I got it for free. So like I wouldn't even probably buy that shit to be honest.
I've always
Like
wondered about that one. I've heard great things. Like Andrew's a big fan of that one too. Um, he's got some
injectable
cool
super.
picks. Yeah, or I don't know if it was injectable or oral he was using. He had some cool pics of like doing a prep with like Winstraw and then using Super Draw instead or something like that.
Yeah, so he used the oral for sure. I remember talking to him about that. What dosing do people run that at, bro? Because I have oral too.
Yeah,
I have a bottle of a 10 milligram
I was gonna ask you what were
super.
the pills dosed at. So they're
They're
tens.
10,
I would say shit. I
like
would think
20
like
megs,
30 or 40, something like that.
40,
Maybe
30.
somewhere in
I
there,
heard it's
maybe.
gnarly toxic though.
That's the only thing, man. With that, I'm wondering like
Is it even
comparable, like
worth
if
it?
it's comparable to like Halo or more like a Winstraw, like on toxicity level.
I think
Um,
it's much worse than both. Maybe it's like Halo, if anything, because I know Halo is pretty bad, right? It's like pretty much
yeah,
worst of the worst. Yeah, and I mean Winstraw's bad, but yeah, Superdraw's got to be worse than Winstraw.
yeah. Winstraw, man. I think I just took the dose way too high. Like I just read too much shit on take that you need to be taking this much and dude, like 50 megs of that, and then pair it with some other things, I think works great. I was getting a little carried away, so I think I was just like it's super toxic for me because I was
Yeah,
pushing like 100 megs, and then towards the end like 200, closer to the show, I should say. Um,
yeah. I did the same shit. I don't fucking want to do that ever again.
no, dude, I was like ready. It was like it made me want to like not even pin my gear. Like everything was just I felt horrible. Like literally just feel toxic. That's the best way to explain it. You're just like, man, you just don't feel good.
And you know how you can now obviously can't go back in time and like redo anything, but like, and it's kind of like pointless to speculate on what could have happened if you did shit different. But if I could have did it different, I would have not done the uh 10-day or whatever Winstraw peak where you titrated up to 200 milligrams on show day.
Yeah.
I would have done like 4 weeks out, 50 milligrams a day,
Yep. Yeah,
and
that way
just
you just
rode
get
it,
that exposure for the time because it's
dude.
not
Because
really the dose.
I think you just you get a look while you're on it.
Yeah.
After a while, kind of just like any gear, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you just needed to like crisp up the skin a little bit, and then much past that, it's like you don't really need much past that. And the 50 megs does that for pretty much it seems like any body size really. That seems to
Yeah,
be
it's really good at
unique.
doing what it does.
Yeah.
And I think that pushing the dose all crazy high for 10 days to try to achieve that is like potentially more harmful than just running it at 50 milligrams for 4 weeks or 3 weeks. You could probably do
Yeah.
3 weeks
Yeah.
realistically. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
was
and
talking
Anavar is
to
not the same, by the
no,
way. I mean,
no.
it's cool. It's good for training and it does give you a look, but it's not the stage look. It's a
The only thing
good,
I like about Anavar is it's so tolerable. It's like you can pretty much throw it in any day, anytime. You're gonna be able to tolerate it. You could run it for a couple weeks, take it out. You're not really gonna you're gonna notice some strength and like a little bit. You're gonna get a little harder, but it's not like something that's like, all right, I'm gonna run this into the show or anything. It's something you can kind of plug in at any point in time and get a benefit. Off
I,
season contest prep.
I feel like if you can I feel like if you can tolerate the HDL suppression or whatever,
Yeah,
if you even give a fuck or check, you know what I mean? Like,
that's true.
I mean, I check at the end, right? Or I'm not gonna lie, like I'll check do my blood work, obviously, right? But I'm not going to be like, oh, I've been on Anavar for 4 weeks. I better do some blood and see where my HDL is at. Like, I'm not doing that, bro.
Yeah.
So it's probably tanked. And if it comes back up, cool. But yeah, Anavar will fucking tank your HDL too. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But other than that, it's probably, yeah, it's more tolerable because you can eat on it and all these things, right? Your
That's
ALT
the
and
one
AST
upside.
aren't going to get super crazy.
I'm
But
honestly though, man, you know how I guess we came up in the era where it was like tren was like demonized. Like when me and you first started bodybuilding, like our journey
yeah,
and
it
stuff,
was.
it was like trend this, trend that. That, dude, I feel like has not really affected my labs ever. The only thing it skews is sleep for me at a certain point. It's really
It
just
doesn't for
dose
me.
and food dependent. I've only noticed it in the contest prep though. Like
Yeah,
if
but
I'm eating enough
food.
food, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's gonna be regardless. So
Yeah. And it's I saw Todd saying something about it recently. He was like, the only negative that you'll see from that ever is like psychological. He's like
tren.
he hasn't noticed anything on any lab work at in any of his research. And you know how he is with his labs. Don't know how true
I
that is, but
dude, I don't believe him because he always is changing how he approaches things, and it's fine to like change your mind on things. Everybody does, but he every time he has an approach acts like, well, this is the way to do it. Like, don't you know? Like,
he has like
duh.
a total
It's
like
like a whole like
jump ship
here's the
to another
protocol. Like this is
totally
what we're
different
doing. This is
approach.
yeah, but then and like every time he's like so sure, like this is the way, like this is the only way. You're a fool if you don't do this. Like I know I'm a doctor. Like you guys are stupid. It's so
Like with
it's
DHB, like when he started fucking around with that, the only way to grow is running 60 milligrams of DHB and 72
get the
milligrams of
fuck out of here.
testosterone a week.
DHB
I
is
love
cool
him though,
too.
dude. He's a little kooky on some things, but
Yeah, I don't know. He is smart, and you know why I respect him still because he can like if I just saw just his content and I didn't get to see him rub shoulders with other very brilliant people that I respect, I would be like, fuck this guy completely. But I've seen people like John Jewett's obviously a very respectable figure
yeah,
in bodybuilding. And he's done plenty of, interviews, podcasts with Todd, and obviously is his friend and respects him on some level
yeah,
enough to
they've
do
like
a
done training stuff together and
collab.
all kinds of shit
Yeah, so
recently.
and
He's
he
got to be
and Todd is
respected.
really Todd is really intelligent, obviously, right? But Mike, that's my whole gripe though. Is I don't like the whole like, well, you got to do it like this, and it's like it's always he's very dogmatic about his approach,
Yeah,
and it just seems it's off putting to me. So I'm like, I don't like it, you know.
I've I've heard, and this was years back, but so I don't want to like hold him to this now. But I've seen like people that he coached and stuff, like commenting on stuff about how, he basically told him his way or the highway. Like when they're giving him feedback on like, hey, this isn't working, that's not working. He's like, well, this is the only fucking way to do it because this is the way that I've figured out, kind of thing. Where I've
Yeah,
figured
I
out with
believe it.
coaching people, dude, everyone is so different, man. It doesn't matter how big they are, how small they are. This person might be able to run this much test. This person might only be able to
Hmm.
run this much. This person might need double that the amount of EQ versus this person. It's so person dependent. And you hear everyone say that, but after doing it a little bit, I'm like, it's true, man. Same with like GH dosing and stuff. Some people can run a shitload. Some people can run 2 to 4 IUs. It's like everything's just so person dependent. I would never say one way or no way kind of thing.
Yeah, you're right. There is no one where, you know, one way is the only way. That's crazy. But speaking of that, how much EQ are you running? Are you running any?
Yeah, just 700 megs.
700 megs with how much
Yeah.
testogram?
Yeah, I tried, dude. I tried to go up to 14, what was it, 1480? And man,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like I felt like dog shit, like just
Really?
sluggish. Too much extra water came on. I felt strong in the gym, but dude, it was almost like it was impeding my cardiovascular for sure.
You know
Just
what
the
I
amount of
think?
fluid. So I'd scaled it back to 1050.
You know what I think, bro?
What's that?
not to be like, I'm just gonna say it. Fuck it, because I started. I feel like this is kind of like not even nice to say, really, but I'm putting way too much on the whole prepping you for saying this. Sorry, but
Dude, I don't give a
no,
fuck.
I
What
feel
is
like
it?
it's just that your off season kind of just not going like exactly how you want. It's kind of going
Yeah,
like it's just a lot of snags and snafus, and probably like whatever, that's you're still gonna make progress, but once you prep and like get lean again, like you'll probably have better action at having like a cleaner, um, basically you
yeah,
have a blank slate then, right? And maybe you can use GH again.
yeah. Dude, and
Legit,
that's
like
what
maybe you
sucks,
can.
dude, is like I feel like that's the only time I'm doing awesome in bodybuilding is when I'm prepping. That's when mentally I feel the best is when I'm prepping.
Yeah.
And I hate to say like it's correlated with the look, but when I'm looking better, I feel like everything I'm doing is for a good cause. It's like all this work that I'm putting in is for good. And then when I start getting a little fluffy, even though my training's phenomenal, I'm like still mentally like kind of like in this down spot. It's like I don't want to say I'm depressed, but it's like not as like pumped and amped and excited about everything because it's like, I look kind of like shit. I look kind of fat, you know? So,
Yeah.
that plays into it too, man, I would say. So I've almost been like, dude, I've been in my head like, should I pull back? Should I like rebuild the cycle out, like start over? Maybe I'm running way too much tests and it's just pulling so much water on me that it's causing like inflammation paired up with all this food. I've been literally like contemplating in my head what to do, but um, I'm trying to stick to the guns with Andrew too. So it's like he's like
Yeah.
just run it through and let's pull the GH and see what happens. So but yeah,
That's
I know what you mean,
that's about
man. Like
all you can like do at this point, especially because you're already like deep into it, right?
yeah,
But
I
yeah, I
just took
think
it
I
too
think
fast.
maybe
The weight came
I
on too quick at
I was
first.
gonna say that. I didn't want to be like, hey bro, maybe you got, fat too quick, like, or you
Yeah,
got
I
big too
definitely
quick,
did.
but
But this happened
that
last time, and
happens.
then what happened is I like held there and then solidified the weight. It was like I kept recomping every week.
Yeah, and you got bigger, right?
Yeah,
Like,
definitely. I made a ton of progress that way. But what I think fucked me, man, and this is just, lesson learned here. I'm never gonna pull the gear all the way out again like that. That was so I just feel like that was so I was in a really, really good spot post show had, a ton of tissue. I was rebounding really well with just like low gear in. I think I had like 400 tests, like 140 MPP or something like that, just something stupid low, and then pulled it out to 200 megs a test a week, no GH, no nothing, and then push the calories up. So I was like, knowing my body now, I can't do that. I got to have that like
yeah.
extra metabolic assistance.
You need some more milligrams in there right away, especially if you're gonna have some off-plan meals,
Yeah, that's
which we all
another
do.
thing, dude. I think I just can't afford the off-plan meals. I got a little carried away with it because I was super locked in like post show for like a month and a half, and then
I tell you
Thanksgiving
what's
rolled
gonna help
around.
you with all this shit now,
What's that?
empagliflozin.
Oh, dude, yeah, yeah, you're right.
I'm
Have,
never gonna not use this shit now when I have a cheat meal. A fucking
I'm gonna
game changer, dude.
I'm gonna
Insane.
definitely order some of that because it's probably super cheap from like the PCT websites and shit.
Yeah, dude. It's bro.
Dumb cheap.
I was gonna take a picture of all the food to like show you because it was just crazy as it was happening, but I was like, I felt like stupid doing it because it was just so gnarly.
Dude,
Like pizza, everything, bro. Like, and every time I eat like off plan like that, I'm ordering like a whole ass dessert too.
I'm the
So it's
same,
like,
bro. You gotta have some dessert
got
with it.
to.
It's like if you're going, you're going.
Yeah. My thing lately has been donuts too. So that's watch out, dude.
Dude,
We already talked about that.
I got some cheap grocery store, like Kroger brand, glazed donuts the
Even
other day
those
from the
hit.
bakery. Oh my God, they were so good. Probably not helping
Yep.
my glucose any, but in
No,
the
hey, dude,
moment,
it's
dude.
yeah, it's the fucking the fat and the carb combination too.
Yeah,
That's where you're just done. And you know what I've been doing too, bro? On the nights that I eat crazy like that, I don't take GH.
smart idea. Smart move right there.
That's why when I was like, hey, I'm taking it like 4 to 5 days a week, that's why.
Got you. That's actually super smart right there because Why impact that glucose even further when you know you're gonna fuck it up pretty hefty.
Yeah, you're just opening yourself up to a lot more fat storage. I
Yeah.
feel I used to pin it religiously, and now I'm just like, bro, I think less is more maybe. Um, Let me ask you this, as far as the EQ goes, I think I'm gonna try j just test in an AI with some trend my next cycle, dude.
I'm all for it, dude. I'm all for it. I feel the best with just testing.
Hey, you know why? Because what am I using? I'm using 400 megs of fucking EQ to 750 test, and it's like to control my estrogen. I feel like it's doing an okay job, but it's like, why don't I just do a gamma test? Take like 2 to 3 milligrams of 8x a week.
Yeah, let it
200
rip.
tren E.
I was gonna say, then you got the trend in there, and you're getting like
I'll
a
get big.
hefty anabolic load for not that much milligram, because the trend is
Right,
gonna do a lot of heavy lifting. Like 200
bro. I
megs of
said
trend, I
exactly
would
that.
say is lifting more than 700 megs of EQ, in my opinion.
It really is though,
Yeah.
especially
So
if you can eat and sleep. Like
yeah,
I can sleep really. I sleep better on tren for some reason. Eh,
dropping
The
that
only I
cortisol down a bit for you. So it's like, just
dude,
especially with your job too, your cortisol probably gets kind of spiked. You're working hard, you're training hard. So that probably
yeah,
helps you in that situation.
it does for sure. It's interesting. The one side effect I'm getting really bad on this cycle from the trend,
What's that?
I'm getting like the dopamine addiction behavior seeking
Yeah.
thing, and I'm like buying a lot of shit online.
Ah, dude,
Buying, I'm buying so many fragrances, bro.
that hits me in prep, bro. I start ordering like crazy stuff. And then, dude, do you get hyper fucking crazy fixated on like your inventory, like your stock of stuff that bodybuilding supplies, like ancillaries, like orals, like oils, everything? I
Yeah,
get
always, bro,
I get
always.
a little bit like anal with that stuff when I'm like really deep in the prep and that dopamine chase kicks in that you're talking
Yeah,
about.
you wanna just stock up heavily on everything.
I'm ordering from this source and that source and this source, and I'm like, all right, I got to and I'm like panicking, thinking I need all these things. I got shit for another 3 or 4 shows sitting here from just what I ordered for the last show, just like panicking. It's so funny how that works, but like
Yeah,
in the
dude,
moment, you're just like, this is exactly what I need.
I have like 25 Lantis pens in my box that I bought like while I was on trend like 2 years ago. I barely like I was toying with it like a couple months ago. I remember I was telling you, but like, you don't need that many pens of Lantis. The
Running
fuck?
300 megs a day, 300 units a day. Just run a pen a day for the next month.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, that'd be bad right now.
Oh, dude.
I'm hardly eating carbs except for on the days that I cheat. But yeah, it's crazy. Dude, I think I only really need to realistically lose like
Not a lot.
15 more pounds.
You'd be shreddy at freaking 15 more pounds down. And then
70,
if you pulled
175
some
now.
water off from that point, oh my God, dude, you'd be skinless.
I want to have a rebound. I want to get like, you know what I mean? That's the whole point.
Yeah,
So like I got to get pretty close to like stage condition to do that. Uh I can do that too like in probably another 6 weeks.
I think you could, dude. 100%.
And if not, I'll
100%.
I'll go down 10 pounds and like that's very easy, I think.
Yeah,
And I'll just kind of hold that for a minute and then I kind of want like I was saying I don't really want to rebound immediately. I kind of want to hold it.
you
Like I
should
want to cuz
hold
it's
and then
I
like
have
stay at maintenance, and you'll almost rebound from the maintenance calories. And then
and
you'll have this crazy tight, like, look, but you'll be up like 5 pounds or something.
I'm gonna take gear down too, probably to like 400 or 500 milligrams total.
Yeah.
Probably just do like 100 trend, 400 test or something. No, I got to take a trend out. I'll do like 400 tests, let's say.
Yeah, do
Uh,
400 tests and like
eh,
maybe keep some GH in.
yeah, keep GH obviously and all the other shit, right?
Yeah.
But that would, and then just and since my exposure to Retta is still fairly new, like I'll be able to like deal with the hunger, you know?
Yeah.
first some, and then I'll be able to reverse
Yeah, dude, I
properly
like it.
with milligrams.
When I came out of this last show, that's exactly what I did. I basically pulled down to right at maintenance. I went to like the calories I was at like 2, 3 weeks out and just stayed there and started training. And I stayed on the low gear, like the whatever it was, 140 MPP, 400 tests. And dude, I felt great. Sleep was really good. Training was really good. I'll say recovery was down a little bit, but I wasn't eating that much. You know, you're not pushing gear hard, so that's to be expected. But the look was super crisp, and I went up like I think I was up like 2 pounds or something from stage weight, and I was just kind of holding right there for like a month straight. Um, but I kept,
That's what I want to do.
I was kind of growing, like the look was improving and getting bigger, but the weight wasn't really changing. So I think there's some, special happening there because you're just so sensitive.
Yeah, I wonder because that's where they say you grow so much, bro. Like I know for a fact that I had to have gained like 10 pounds this past year because to have the kind of muscularity and condition I have at the weight I have
Yeah.
is far surpassed. Like I would have had to have been 20 pounds lighter to look like
From you
this.
from your last stage pictures that I remember seeing to, like, this most current physique update, night and day different physiques, bro.
Yeah, it's
Like
crazy.
you're just way more developed and dense now, I'll say for sure. So you definitely put on some solid tissue over the past year.
Yeah, if I can do that like a couple more times, I think
Dude,
I'll maybe be able to like compete after that,
I was gonna
if I
say that'd
choose
be a
to.
pretty competitive physique.
I just don't want to keep wasting my time, like not keep wasting my time, but like I don't have any like I don't really care too much about having a status as a bodybuilder, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But the competing was fun. I do enjoy prep if I can like get a hold of my food addiction issues,
yeah.
I think bodybuilding would be cool. Now I'm having a daughter in a few weeks and about to be a dad and shit, so it's probably not going to be great for a while, but you never know in the future.
It's dude, it'll your passion for it and like just the positive aspects of it that you're holding on to right now, like you kind of broke away from it because you're having a kid, you want to be fresh and in a good mindset to, like, be in dad mode. But I think you're holding on to all the good aspects of bodybuilding, so that's going to like just translate over to dad life and all that, and you're going to like have this perfect blend of it. You're going to figure it out because, like I
Oh
said,
yeah.
you love this shit, man. So it's like,
Oh yeah.
and you do it for the right reasons because you're passionate about it. So it's not like I gotta have my physique looking this way. It's like you genuinely love doing it. So
Yeah,
you're
I like
you're
seeing the
gonna be able to
change.
balance the two.
Yeah. I'm it's funny, dude. People like my coworkers and like my wife's friends, they're like, "Oh my god, what are you gonna do when the baby's born? You're gonna have time to go to the gym anymore." And in my head, I'm just like, yeah, like that's gonna be the thing that stops me from bodybuilding. Knock it
Dude,
off.
you're gonna end up building something at your house, like a gym at the house to train at.
I have the start of a home gym already in my garage.
Dude, that's the
Yeah.
move right there.
I have the bare essentials, bro. I have a bench or I have an adjustable, a really, really nice adjustable bench,
Yeah,
like incline. I have a bench rack for like flat bench. I have like an easy bar and some plates. I have some 30-pound dumbbells, some 20-pound dumbbells, I have some
dude.
I have a dip bar bolted into the studs of the wall. I have a pull-up bar bolted into the studs of the wall
Oh
too.
yeah, you're in there. If
Yeah,
you got all that, if you got like one of those power towers that you
I
can like
don't.
put, if you just got that, and I think they got like little cable attachments that go to it, you'd have a cable machine, a squat rack,
Dog,
everything right there.
my boy has a really, really nice tower like that with the cables, and you can do like every cable movement you could possibly want to. You can set up like lat pull downs, rows on it, and they just came out with a machine attachment for it. So now he's got a Smith
Oh,
machine on it,
nice.
dude. It's incredible. It's the
That's
sickest
pretty
fucking thing I've
sick.
ever seen. Yeah,
Yeah, I heard somebody the other day. I can't remember what pod I was listening to, but somebody was talking about there's like a home gym convention in like Ohio or some shit, And I was like, man, I bet with this. It was Eric Janicki. He made
Uh-huh.
this new attachment for the cable thing. It's like a handle, but it's got a strap built into it. So you like hold on to
Okay.
it, and the strap like tightens on your wrist automatically. Pretty dope. And he's going to like present it at this home gym convention or whatever. And I was like, man, some of the shit that's in there is probably pretty sick.
Oh, I'm sure. But that dude trains like a fucking fag. No, I'm just kidding. Don't ban me. Don't cancel me. Nah, I actually really like his training.
Yeah, it's and he puts a little extra pizzazz, I'm sure, for the camera on there, like
I'm
the
sure,
extra
but
stretching and stuff, but it
that's
helps. But I can't get
I
down with
don't
it.
necessarily do all that, but
I've been
he's got a
dude, I've
really
been
nice physique.
infatuated with this old school Jay Cutler training, man. And I dude, I'm giving the bro
Are you
split a
leaving?
shot
Are
in
you?
honor of
I,
him.
dude, okay, I tried it once. I think I told you at some point, but I was a fan personally of the bro
I
split.
like it. My chest, dude, I did chest today. I did like 20 working sets of chest. And I was doing like all the old school shit, like incline barbell, flat dumbbell, pec flies, dumbbell lateral raises. It was, dude, it was a lot of work, and my chest has never felt more like just pumped and full and like I actually worked it. I didn't feel like I did a couple good sets, and then I blew my shoulders out and triceps, and we're calling it a day. It's like I went in, totally annihilated my chest, and then got out of there.
Yeah.
And
I I like it too. I didn't do it long enough to see how much progress I could get from it, but I think I ran it for like 4 or 6 weeks before I hired Colton,
yeah,
and I remember I was doing and my pressing is really, really bad, bro. It's really, really, really bad, and I tried it to see if I could improve my pressing strength, like, once and for all, and dude,
yeah,
I've tried, like just trust me when I say I've tried fucking everything, dude, and I've lifted like a power lifter, I've done, like, strength building blocks and, like, literally, like, done an entire bodybuilding program, but just, like, my bench press on my push days or my chest day would be, like, structured like a powerlifting block, you know?
yeah, like really low rep and stuff.
Well, no, depending on what different rep ranges, different target reps every time,
Yeah,
right? So I had someone helping me with it, but it just my pressing sucks. Anyway, I was doing the bro split and I was Smith pressing, like incline Smith pressing, and my Smith press went up every week, the entire week I did it, or the
yeah,
entire time I did it for like whatever, like 4 to 6 weeks it was every week. And I remember being really impressed by that and telling Colton, like, hey, I think there's something to this. I want to keep doing this, like whatever split you program for me. Like, I've never progressed my strength on this lift or any chest lift like this linearly before. So, and
yeah.
he put me on an upper lower.
Dude, I'm with it, man. And like I kind of what I did, so it's like legs, quad focus legs, obviously, and then chest with a little tiny, it's like two different lateral raise movements. So it's like six working sets of lateral raises. But everything else is chest, and then it's back day, but it's basically posterior. So I'm getting a ton of hamstring, and then I'm also hitting quads on there. So I basically
Nice.
turned back day into like a hamstring day with a little bit of back, and
Beautiful. Yeah.
then a shoulder day, and then an arm day.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah.
dude, I just think from a recovery standpoint, that way you can cook everything by itself, and then it gets a full week to recover.
Yeah, I like it. The only reason I would be hesitant to do it now is because I'm making good progress with my arms that I'm really trying to, bring up. Doing like the modified split I'm doing, but
Hmm.
I think all the time about going back to it.
Something just kept telling me to give it a try because like I keep watching his videos, and I'm like, dude, the amount of roundness that this dude had, then I think it goes pairs well with a high carb diet too, because you're just doing so much work in the gym. Um, I was like, man, there's got to be something to it, and so I gave it a rip today on for the first day, and I'm like, I fucking love it. Never gave it a
It's good.
shot though. It's always been like when I first started training, it was like the Arnold split, which was like chest and back together, um,
Yeah.
that type of thing. And then it went to push pull legs when I worked with Colton, and that's been pretty much straight through all the way. It's just been push pull legs. since
I
then.
like push pull legs, but I feel like I don't know. I don't know why I like it.
I like it
I
just
think just
because
because it
it's
makes
the
sense.
asynchronic what is it, asynchronic schedule. Like your off days kind of rotate as you need them to. But I think other than that, I'm like it leaves something to be had. Like leaves a lot on the table for arms and certain shit.
100%. Yeah, that's why my arms didn't grow. I think for a long time they needed to be directly trained and they needed to be manipulated with oil to be stimulated, to be honest. But now that I got it down, bro, and I don't gotta like actually use Metaform or SEO, traditional SEO,
Yeah,
and just like pin my gear and a little bit of L-carnitine, like, dude, I'm
I
hoping I
like
can
that,
just
dude.
keep seeing progress. The L-carnitine's cool, man, and I have a buddy that makes it, so he gave me a 100 ml bottle
Nice,
for
nice.
free, dude. So I've
That's
just been
awesome.
like, yeah, fucking shout out to my boy.
Do you
Um,
notice any of like are you noticing any like fat
oh,
loss
dude,
from it or anything like that?
I don't know
Like
about
any of the
fat
other
loss, but I mean,
benefits?
I feel like I've taken it in calorie surplus and calorie deficit. You get like a euphoric kind of almost feeling in the gym. If anything, like you just have more energy in the gym.
Got
If I
you.
take it like
Okay.
pre-training, and I'm not like fasted when I'm training, so
Nice.
but it improves training performance and stuff like that. Like it does do that.
Are you
All
you still running the Helios by chance?
yeah, dude, that's the shit.
I'm really
Literally the goat.
interested in that, man,
It's the
for
goat.
my lower back, dude. Because like I can be fairly lean everywhere but my lower back for some reason, and I think and that's also the last to get lean on me. So I really would. I'm
I
never
use the
really
heat.
believed in like spot reduction fat, but you said that you yourself like you feel like it works, and
I
I
know.
know you're
Okay, I
like
feel
in the
like
trenches trying shit out, so I kind of take your word
I
for
don't
it.
think that it works for spot reducing fat. I think it works really good at a fat burner. Like it
Got
works.
you.
It's a really good version of Clen.
Okay.
You know what I
But
mean?
so do you
Like,
think with it being the so like you know how yohimbine binds to like estrogen dominant like fat storage areas like your chest, your love
yeah, I
handles,
think
stomach. Do you think
I
because you're
think that's
injecting it, it binds there quicker or easier?
I think it's not so much that, but also that I'm taking 10 milligrams of yohimbine on top of the Helios,
Okay, got you.
which I fucking like we've talked about before. So
Yeah,
it's definitely
I
helping. The
I
lower
love
back is
yohimbine, dude. It really tightens up. Like
gas.
for me, it gets my chest. Dude, I'm. This is an unpopular opinion. I think it helps with gyno.
I know we talked about that. Yeah, you think it helps with like the chest fat and all that.
Yeah, it just tightens that area up so much. It's crazy. I'm a
Yeah,
fan of it
maybe it
though. Even
does.
up to like 20 mig. I've been pushing it with like 20 migs with some of the guys I'm helping out, and they're getting
Fuck it
lean
all. I'm
pretty
down to.
quick.
I'm gonna bump it up then too because I have no adverse side effects from any of the stems. But I'm only taking 50 milligrams of Clen through Helios, and then I think it's like 6 milligrams of yohimbine through Helios, and then it's the rest is just like peptides. And I'm taking the high dose salute still. Taking MOTS and SS31 and Retta.
Nice. I might
But
have to
I,
throw that slew back in, man. That was keeping me pretty sensitive too. Keeping blood sugar
dude,
down a little bit. Paired with a Retta, I'll say.
I feel like all of them together work so good. And I feel like it's like a lot of shit. Yeah, but like I'm getting lean so fast. And I'm just like, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Dude, I
It's
feel like
crazy
for
too.
somebody that gets fat easy, like I know people don't normally do this, but like after I'm in this position right now, I'm kind of like playing all these scenarios out in my head, like throw the Motzi in, throw like keep the
Motzi
slew
would
in,
probably be
keep a
your
little bit of
best
Retta.
idea.
Yeah. And then that way you're almost like your metabolism's cranked a little bit higher or something, just maybe help you stay leaner, grow a little more efficient.
Well, something that Motzi does makes you like insulin sensitive just by taking it. It
I,
switches you over into like AMPK, which basically I think it makes you fasted or it mimics like a fasted state where
yeah.
you're catabolic.
Yeah, because it's like
when
that
you're on it.
AMPK gets spiked like when you train, I think, or something like that. So
Yeah, so
it'd
that's
be
what
kind of like you're in
happens.
a post training state.
Yeah, it's so that's exactly what happens when you take it, right? I guess. That's why it's good for fasted cardio.
I gotta, dude, I definitely gotta. There's so many people that are talking about that one. I've been kind of like trying to blank out, keep my blinders on and not listen to these new peptides, but there's a few of them every now and again that I hear of, and I'm like, that one actually sounds pretty beneficial, like the Motzi especially.
Motzi's sick. You
Then
know
the
what I'm gonna try?
SF31 too. I've heard Nick talking a lot about that. Nick Walker was like, I can't remember what
Uh,
he said it was helping on his labs, but maybe it was like just
I think it's kidney
oxidative
markers.
stress or something like that. It was helping with um from like the show, like the Olympia prep or whatever. He was saying that he was running that
Maybe.
post prep. Can't remember what
I
it
know.
was.
I know it like rebuilds your mitochondria.
Okay, so that's like rebuilding, and then slew would make it like more efficient.
Slew like revs up your mitochondria. Yeah,
Okay,
makes it just puts it in overdrive. So does Motzi, essentially. Different pathways of doing the same thing.
nice.
Um, I think I'm not like a genius with this shit, but
Dude,
yeah,
you're
all of them
one of
together
the more
is.
well versed people I know. Like, if I got a question, I know I could probably hit you up and be like, "Yo, what do you think on this?"
Thank you. I'm
Yeah,
just
for
a
sure.
nerd at the end of the day. I've explained it like this. I feel like a subpar physique for the amount of effort I put in, but I think maybe I put in all of this time consuming content and learning things. I think I do that because I have a subpar physique and I'm trying to improve it through knowledge, which would be like it seems appealing to someone like me because I'm like, ooh, I can like biohack my bodybuilding, like
Like you're
not
turning
just
each
with
little
drugs
dial.
and shit, but like I can like you know do it smart and like learn a bunch of shit. And if I'm smarter than everyone else that's doing it and I know more shit, then I should be able to like do it better, right? But
Yeah,
just hasn't worked out that way because I think I could get a little too into the weeds and get a little too carried away.
dude, I think you're on the right track now, though. I think my opinion is like you maybe just not even misguided, but like just some of the cycles and stuff. Maybe you've kind of switched it up and found what works for you the best and like what you respond to the best. So I think just doing that alone, you're gonna make so much progress this year, and like de-stressing your
I hope
life
so.
a little
Yeah.
bit, things like that. Like you're just gonna progress so much more because like you were just telling me, like you're like, hey, maybe a gamma test, a little bit of 8x, and like some trend because you've kind of come to the conclusion you respond well to those, you feel better, running those. So where in a past situation you're coached by somebody and they'll be like, "Hey, you should take this," and then you kind of feel obligated to run a cycle, even though it might not be, the best for
Yeah.
you.
And I would be down to have someone and to be coached and shit. Obviously, again, I would just be like, yo, like I'm gonna do my own gear,
Yeah,
even if I'm being prepped. I think,
I
unless it's
kind
like
of like the free
nah. I
reign of
mean, if
that
I've
until I'm like deep in a prep. Then I'd probably be like, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. If I need to change something, let me know." Because
yeah,
that's
the
when I might
fucking
tinker around too much. But like off season, it's like, "Hey, this I'm doing
yeah.
good here."
Honestly, that's a good point. And prep, you might want to leave it up to the coach because I would be changing shit left and right.
Oh, dude, yeah, your mind starts going so fast in
Yeah,
prep,
I would
but
be tripping out. I'd be taking fucking way too much tren and then like no tren and then fucking like a bunch of primo and I don't know what I don't know.
that's what I've been
But
debating on right now. Should I turn the trend up a little bit?
how much are you taking?
Just 140 a week. Just
Any
to
side
harden up a
effects?
little bit. No, not really. Like
Are
my
you taking
sleep was
Ace?
pretty. Yeah, I had the E in, and then I switched it to the Ace because I pulled the E out for like 2 weeks or so, and then I was like, let me just plug the Ace in, and that way I can get a
Just get it
quicker
in there.
response and see. Yeah. So, but dude, sleep was kind of shitty before I even had anything in, and I put it in, and that sleep actually got a little better with it in. Like I'm getting more solid hours of deep sleep. So
Bro,
I'm like,
it's weird like how I've had it literally happen with Ace where I've done my first pin and I'll be like, cool, better sleep immediately.
you feel more relaxed. You're like, ah, okay.
Yeah, I wake up
It's
more
like that
refreshed. I'm
cortisol is
like,
just
damn,
way too high.
yeah. I'm like, I wake up more refreshed. I wake up like realizing I woke up way less the night before. I'm like, damn,
Yeah,
that was a good night's sleep. That's
dude.
interesting.
This is
Yeah,
a
my
this is something I meant to bring this up when we were on like peptides and stuff in Retta, but this is a crazy thing that I kind of ran into, and I feel like you would know about it. And what do you think about Retta caught and being correlated to like depression, bro?
yeah,
Like
100%, 100%.
coming off of it and feeling like absolutely just the
Oh,
world's
I thought
coming
you
to an
meant
end.
like while you're on it.
No, dude, I pulled it out and man, it was like
Oh,
didn't even realize it. I thought it was maybe the test was making me feel so shitty. And all I did was drop the test down to the gram mark. And then I plugged the milligram of Retta in last night. Woke up today, like the fucking color had been lit back up to my world. It was like everything was, I'm in a positive mood. I'm
you
like,
put the Retta back in, you said?
yeah, at the milligram. Cause like me and Andrew were talking last night, like we got to get more, fix this
I don't
glucose a bit.
know how much of that could be. I mean, it does interact with your brain technically,
I was thinking that. I
so
was
it
like,
could
maybe
be.
it's related to that dopamine. Like, I know it
But I feel like it would do
basically
the
blunts the
exact
dopamine.
opposite of what you're describing.
That's what I thought. I'm like, maybe I got
Uh,
so used to being operating in that just even keeled state that when I was like high or low, it was making me like, I'm feeling those ups and downs now. So it's like, whoa,
Maybe that happened to me too, because I didn't feel great when I came off it either.
yeah, dude, it was weird. And I honestly was
Interesting.
correlating it all to the gear. And then I was like, wait a second, I feel like a brand new man just plugging that in. That's the only change I made. Plug that in last night.
Interesting. Keep us posted.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep the chat posted. The chat's been asking about that one for a long time.
Yeah, that's the most popular one, dude. The Retta, that one gets people going.
Dude, the Retta is really the fucking backbone of it all
Yeah.
lately, to be
Yep.
honest with you. The ability to really just not have to deal with the crazy hunger and for speaking for my situation right now.
Dude, yeah. My
And
brother, the
I like the
type 1
bolus
diabetic,
dose.
he's fucking getting so lean, man. And his glucose, like his CGM, he was showing me yesterday at the gym, the responses that he's getting now just from his like minute doses of insulin, insane. He's like down in the 70s, needing more food and stuff like that. And I mean, he'll eat like 100 carbs and take like 2 units of insulin and be down in the 70s within like an hour.
Type 1 diabetic?
Type 1 diabetic, something he would probably have to dose like 10 units at something before. Now he's
Yeah.
taking like two.
I have
It's
a
like,
good friend
whoa.
that's a type 1 diabetic and he's on tirzepatide. And he was scared to take retatrutide because he was saying that the glucagon part would fuck up a type 1 diabetic.
I think it's
Um,
helping. I think it helps
it
him.
seems yeah, for this
I think
person.
somehow they're going to figure out a variant of this. If this doesn't figure it out, they're going to come out with another variant, and this is going to end up fixing the diabetes because it like trains the pancreas to like secrete insulin. So eventually, they're going to figure it out through this retatrutide, tirzepatide, semaglutide,
But yeah, that what
GLP
will
pathway.
it'd be a nice thought. All right, I gotta get going, bro. Wife's
All
in there
right,
cooking
dude.
me dinner.
Hell yeah, man. That was a freaking awesome live right there. Got a
Yes,
little over
sir.
an hour.
Good chat.
Um, yes,
Let me
sir.
know about let me
Wednesday, we will be on with Anson for sure.
okay, let me get back to you guys about it. I'll talk to you.
All right. Sounds good, brother.
Yes, sir. Bye.
Peace. Let's see.